Should have said instead of my Tar family, I should have said my Chiral family. You just slap Chiral on it. It's like, okay, cool. Yeah, so if it's weird, it's wibbly wobbly, chirally, wirely,
reveal ourselves to the Jedi. At last we will have revenge.
It's wibbly wobbly, kylory, wilery. I nailed it that time. Timey-wimey? You don't know Reaper, you gotta know timey-wimey, right? You know timey-wimey. I heard that you cannot freeze Jack Daniels, but I think that's just a bourbon legend. Alcohol is science. It's kind of science. Freezing, it's kind of... Inject Weezers. Beverly Hills. That's where I want to be. Inject it right into my veins. All right. Living in Beverly Hills. Beverly Hills. Rolling like a celebrity. All right. Inject Weezer is much more I'll play until like the official release, but I'm pretty impressed with it. You know? Blame me. You can blame me. It's okay. Do you like the warm light? Good. I'm glad. Yeah, it's actually that spotlight back behind me. Oh, there's, look, I can do shadow puppets. Hold on. Hold on. Ruff, ruff. Ruff, ruff. Anyway, it's the only one I know. That's it. Empire. Empire. There you go, buddy. Say it. Say it. Empire. And then just get that, you know? Oh, what's this? This looks like another distribution center. Hold on. Maybe we can make a little pit stop here and refill my blood bags. Oh, jeez. Okay, just ran right into that rock. Very cool. Ran right into that rock. Very cool. All right, everybody, you heard it here first. From Bebo. Watch your back. You heard him the first time, you know? Look, my coffee mug is completely keyed out. Invisible coffee mug. Wait, so this is where Heartman is?
Access the delivery terminal to process your orders and requests.
The delivery terminal, huh? Hello? Oh, did I drive over it? I drove over the delivery terminal. I parked on the terminal. Yeah. Oops. There we go. Where is it? I parked over the top of it. The game's glitched or something. 8 episodes. It's like, come on, man. Anyway, I just lost faith in it. I don't know what to think anymore.
The fetus to a pod and perform what I would call a transposed screening.
Okay.
I guess that's why they call you doctor.
Because she does medical stuff. Yeah, Sam, you got it, buddy.
So,
you got it, pal.
Are you saying your technique allows you to treat still baby syndrome?
He's
a
smart.
BB pod is functionally no different.
All right, everybody. Good morning. Happy Friday, everybody. Friday, January 16th, 2026. Here we are, back again. I forgot to turn on that. Hold on. Let's track the time again. Fix this. Okay. There we go. Much better. Hi, guys. Let's see. Today, on this beautiful Friday, Reaper is the Phantom Menace for the 42nd time. The meaning of life, universe, and everything right there. Congratulations. Oh, sorry. I don't know why I got so... I'm so behind this morning. I was actually just over at the closet while the stream was on because I forgot to sort some of these into their main containers. And I need these empty, so I was rushing. All right, I'm okay. I'm fine. Let's see. Reaper, thank you also for clocking in. How you doing? Good morning. Also have clock-ins from Old School Quarter, who was late. Oops, why is that? There we go. Somebody must have kept you up too late last night. Who did that? Who did that? Who was that? All right, well, we'll report it to management. You know, we'll see what they have to say about it, but they haven't fired you yet, so I haven't checked late in a while. Let's check that now. Oh, what is it's like late rank. There we go. Mrs. Nonder, Persephone, Ams, Coro Unhinged are all tied at the top, but Mrs. Nonder is number one because of course she is. She's always my number one. Isn't that so cute? It's so cute. That's so cute. I'm not late. You are. Report this. That's a great use of the emote. You have the urge to go Reaper, oh, like Milady. You know what? I didn't know what you were talking about until I saw the top hat. And then I was like, I know exactly what Lars is talking about now. That's amazing. The top hat really added to it. Code's here as well. Hi, Code. Thank you for clocking in as well. A bonus. Yeah, that's very funny, isn't it? What's that like? Let's not forget that I did the job of like 2 people for an entire year, and my bonus was less than it was the year before when I didn't do 2 people's jobs. Let's just not forget
it's
that.
Chuck Norris's water. Okay. It's a roundhouse kick of hydration.
Thank you for the roundhouse kick of hydration. I will do that right now. I got some water right before we started here. And hello, Lars. There is no fedora emote, but I knew exactly what you were trying to get at. I got you. I'm with you. Nonder, somehow you are late. Surprise. Surprise? What do you mean by that, Rowlin? Hi, Rowlin. Thanks for clocking in. It's good to see you. I'm never late. I arrive precisely when I intend to. Even if I'm rushing around to get here. Well, guys, today it is Friday. So I'll do a little bit more sorting today. And then over the weekend, I'm going to plot out what we're going to be doing next week. Because I want to have kind of a general sense of like what each day is going to hold. Whether it's like building a set, sorting, we're going to kind of rotate in between building sets and sorting for a while, I think. And so I hope you guys don't get bored of that. I haven't gotten bored yet. And that's what really matters, right? Me. I'm the only thing that matters here. I'm kidding. Morning, Rowlin. How you doing? It's good to see you. I have a couple of things on the docket here that we'll get to here in a minute, but we can kind of ease into the day. This piece has like a lot of bites on it. What are your feelings on this? I'm pretty sure, I mean, this is from the other collection that was not mine. Do you think we just get rid of pieces that are like that? I don't know. What do we do here? I never used to, but I never had the luxury of not, you know? Tossy toss. I'm thinking so too, because it actually feels a little gross too, you know? Let's put it in the dirt one. There you go. That one's for the dirt. But yeah, I figured we'd do bricks today for the sorting. Just kind of easy to like go through this, grab a couple bricks, bring it up here, put them in their place, you know? So we'll do 2x4s right here. I have something I want to show you guys today. This one has a couple of bite marks on it too, so let's set that aside. Sorry, guys. Scared Smokey there. So one of the things I'm looking into is I need to find a way I need to find a way to sort what you guys put in Sip and See for a couple reasons. One, to keep track of everything. And then two, to have it somewhere where I can mark off like what we've done and what we haven't. So I was looking into Notion to see if Notion would allow me to like take the Sip and See stuff and organize it for me. Because one of the things is I don't want to do that myself. You know, I want it to be automated because I'm lazy. And I know that I just will forget to do something, you know. I'm trying to automate as much as I can. But, of course, they don't have... Is this longer? That is longer. They don't even have like a webhook to Discord. So you can't do that automatically. Not with Notion. But I'm wondering if there's something else. If maybe somebody knows of something else that we could do, or is us putting these things in Discord not the way to go? Should I have a Google form or something, you know? Because I'd love to see all these in one place where I can be like, okay, so I found a video about brick separators here. Somebody else found a video that's related to that. I'm gonna bundle these together because that would make a good focus for that. Bricks with Nonder, yeah. Get bricked up with Nonder. Don't do that. You don't need to do that. I'm gonna move the keyboard out of the way. I'm using the Lego keyboard today. So yeah, if you guys think of any ideas for that, let me know. Rowland, you are more than welcome to join the Discord. Do you want to? I'll send you an invite right now. Let me grab it real quick. You are more than welcome. You definitely passed the vibe check for sure. Hold, please. See if I can do this. Invite to server. I'm going to copy the link here. Rowland, I'm sure we're friends inside Spooky Deers. Rowland. Okay, where are you? There you are. Yeah, I'm going to message it to you right now. Here we go, message. There we go. I sent you an invite there. Let me know. Oh, no, hang on. We don't share a server with the recipient. The recipient only accepting direct messages from friends. You know what? I've done that too. I'll send you a friend message if you want. You pass the vibe check for sure. You think a Google form might be a good idea? I think if I just had it in a space that wasn't Discord, where I could kind of move things around. You know, hold on. I got this weirdo sending me DMs. That's why I closed my DMs too, man. I did the same thing. Buddy, I should say. Buddy pal. Yeah. Buddy old pal. Let me know if that doesn't work. It should. But sometimes our invites are odd. Am I looking for things to organize so I can ignore IRL organization tasks? Do not answer. I'm not going to let you do that then. I think it would be much easier if it just put it somewhere where I could see it better. It's kind of like scrolling through the Discord is like, okay, I've done that. Okay, I've done that. Okay, I've done that. And yes, could I go in there every week and copy things out and put it somewhere else? I could, you know, I could. Will I? I don't know about that. Dart Torlin, hello. Sorry if you're late. Oh no. You got a late occurrence. Doesn't really mean much right now. We'll see what management says, but for right now, you're good. Thanks for being here, though. Also, by the way, that is just random, so it doesn't matter which time you come in. Just in case you weren't in on the joke, you know. You did it just to avoid people who are like graphic art bots that, hey, can you follow me and I'll support you? Yeah, I did the same. I started to feel weird that like I'm on stream and somebody can just join my Discord and then have access to just message me whatever they want. I felt weird about it, so I closed it down too. However, like lately, now that our Discord is invite only, I feel a little less weird about it, you know, because like I kind of gatekeep, I gatekeep the access to the Discord as is. So how late do you need to be for a late clock in? It's random. I mean, I don't know. The management decides that. I have no idea. I'm not, in case you guys don't know, I'm not management. I'm on your side. Did you send the invite? You haven't gotten anything? I did. It did just say that it hasn't been sent. We might need to, okay, are we friends now? We're friends now, I think. I think I need to send it again. Try that. There we go. Now I'm not getting the message that says it wasn't delivered. So there you go. Better late than never. I agree. I agree. Freaking management, am I right? Ugh, gross. Yuck. We hate management. We hate the man here. All right. You've been first in chat before and gotten late. It's definitely an eeny, meeny, miny, mo thing. Yeah. I turned down the frequency a little bit. I had it pretty high when it first started because I wanted to just see it happen. And then it was happening too much. So it is a little weird. We got 2 in 1 stream, but it can happen. But yeah, let me know if that ends up not working for you. Sometimes our permissions are weird, and if you don't get the right permissions, I have to add you to a certain group. But yeah. Yeah, I don't mind if people try to message me. I'll just block them all. Yeah. You can't see anything? Okay. Yeah, I don't know what is up. This has been happening for a while. Maybe it's just my invite code that is doing that. Freak behavior, right? Yeah. Hold on, Roland. I'll find you here. Where are you? I need to get this figured out. There you are. Oh, you already have the subscriber role. Nice. Here you are. I found you. Click on that. Open mod view. Add. We're going to add. So for some reason, you're not getting the regular role. Club members. That's the one. There you go. That should do it. You might have to refresh, but you should see everything now. I think it's because I've changed the roles so much, you know? All good. Excellent. Dun, dun, dun. I had a feeling that was going to happen. So anyway, to get myself on course a little bit here, here's one of the things I wanted to show you guys today that I found that looks pretty cool. Oh, I guess I should go full screen for this. So you remember this keyboard right here, this KBD Craft keyboard. I bought from this site right here. Or did I get it? I got it for a Christmas present like a year ago. Not this past Christmas, but the one before. They make a mouse now. They make a Lego mouse now. I think I'm gonna have to get it. I mean, yes, does it look extremely uncomfortable for a mouse? Absolutely. But I think I'd use it here at this table. I'm using this one right now, and I'd put this one over there for work. But like this is it wireless? I think I kind of need a wireless. I don't see a wire. Is it wireless? And we could put whatever we want on the left and right clicks. If we wanted to put like something else on it, we could do that. That'd be kind of cool. Thanks for the lurk, buddy. Appreciate you. Yeah, so you could do like this, you know. There's 50 plus bricks in it. They're not real Lego, but I can forgive that. Micro switch. Oh, there's micro switch and mechanical switch. That's cool. Create your own pattern. I'm not seeing. I think it might be wired. Palm, claw, fingertip. Yeah, it's definitely not going to be not be one that I would use all the time, but it looks really cool. It'll look cool on the Lego table here. Don't you think? Hi, Ursa. Good morning. But I don't see anything about sensor, keycap, low profile, pulling rate, weight, wired and Bluetooth. Okay, it's got wired and Bluetooth. I'm not a big fan of Bluetooth mice. I would probably have to wire it in, but it just means I'd have so many cords. I'm already not a fan of this cord for this keyboard here. I'm not a fan of that, but yeah. Minifigs, we boldly added a palm-sized attachment just for them. Squid Game is our launch theme and story, and you can mix and match fun figures and matching keycap sets to make it totally your own. I do want this. I just have to figure out. Well, here's somebody's setup. They must be using Bluetooth. You guys see that? There we go. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. That looks really cool, doesn't it? My office is gonna have Lego and half regular. Half Lego, half normal, yeah. Or half Lego. Anything that isn't like official Lego product like this. This is technically Lego, right? But not. This is off-brand. This is the only one that I approve of because it's really cool. You know, adds figures because it wasn't uncomfortable enough. I guess. Yeah. Look, see, it basically just puts this little bar down here that you can put a figure on. I don't know if you're intended then to use it with that on it, but okay, I still want to get it. It's only $24.99. I'll get it eventually. Maybe not right this second, but I think it could be really cool. But especially just for this, because all I'm using this mouse for right now is just to like, you know, control the PC whenever I can. But Ashley got this one for me for Christmas, so I'm gonna be using it. I'll probably swap this one out for my work mouse. This is a Keychron mouse that was they're actually super cheap, and it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. Oh, I wonder if I was supposed to take that off. It looks like there's a little something over the sensor there. Oh yeah. I was probably supposed to. Oops. I was supposed to take that off. Just there we go. Hey, there we go. Now it's really nice. So I'll put this one back over for work, and then I'll use the Lego mouse over here when I'm doing stuff. But anyway, let's move this out of the way because I don't think we'll need it right now. You nearly forgot stream. How? I couldn't forget this. It's too much fun. All right, let me grab some more bricks here. Kind of grabbing what jumps out at me here. I'm just trying to get like a whole bunch here. One of the things I wanted to show you guys, I was going through some of my instruction manuals yesterday and last night. Ashley was helping me scan them all. I was getting rid of some of the ones that I don't want to keep anymore because space has become a big issue for me. Thank you for the streak, 505. Holy cow. Thank you so much for that, though. Space has become a big issue for me, and I'm trying to organize stuff as best as I can. Here we go. Sorry, I'm trying to get that. Okay. Trying to organize as best as I can. And remember when I was telling you guys about when we were building the Game Boy, I was telling you guys about a something that I had when I was younger, when they re-released the special edition of Star Wars in the theaters. They had this collab with Doritos where they had those holographic cards inside bags of Doritos. It was back when they did really freaking cool stuff. Like, say what you will about capitalism, but like sometimes it slapped, you know? Back when they actually put effort into stuff, it was really cool, you know? And this is one of those times. So here's I actually found those cards in with some of my old instructions. So I have number 2 and number 6 in a series of 6. I never did get all of them. See if you can see that. Doritos and Cheetos. This is Luke again faces his father and enemy Darth Vader in the Emperor's throne room. Let's see if this translates. Okay, I gotta hold it just right. There we go. So when you move it, they are dueling each other. I cannot tell you how long I spent in my childhood playing with this. What year was it? Did it have a year on it? Let's see. 1996? Wait. It says 1996 Lucasfilm and 1997. Is that when the... Yeah, that had to have been when the special editions came out. Was in the 90s. Wait, right? Wait. Holy cow, time is a cruel mistress. Look at that, though. Isn't that cool? What is Star Wars? Asked Darth Toilet. Holy cow. So wait, these might be... I wish I had the whole series. It'd probably be worth more as a whole series, but isn't that so cool? That as a kid, that just blew my mind that they could do that. The other one that I have is, it says, Han takes aim with the Millennium Falcon's blasters and destroys a pursuing TIE fighter. That's this. This one's one of my favorite too. You can see the TIE fighter there, and then kaboom. The movement doesn't really translate too well on camera. It looks a little bit better in person, but these are still really cool. And at the time, I was like, this is such a cool technology. You know? Should we look up what these are worth now? I'm kind of curious. Let's see. Let's get distracted real quick. So there've been special edition Doritos. I think they're holographic is what they call them. Actually, I'm interested in this because I don't know what other ones they had. Oh man, when we get holographic cards out of Cracker Jack boxes, those were my favorites as a kid. I'm telling you, they used to not be so like stingy. Like they just don't do cool stuff like this anymore. And they used to do it all the time. Excuse me. Oh, I had this one too. Wait, I had Darth Vader's shuttle. Oh, it's only going for $5. Vintage. Oh my gosh, it's vintage. I did have this shuttle one as well. I don't know where it is now. If it's not with these two, then I don't know where it is, and that's scary. I did have this one. Okay, so that's the only one. I want to see the whole line. Star Wars Doritos rare lenticular cards set from 1997. So you can get it on Etsy for $95 for the whole set. That's not too bad. Not that I'm going to buy them, I don't think. Wait. I think I had most of these. Hold on. Take me to this website, please. Open in new tab. Hold on. Okay. Oh wait, the shop's taking a short break. I have the Millennium Falcon one too. So wait, did I have 4 out of 6? I don't know where it went though. But I definitely, now that I'm seeing it, I'm like, oh, I definitely had that one too. Is Etsy the new eBay? I didn't think so. Star Wars Trilogy cards, Doritos, lot of 11 for $7.99. They must have really mass-produced these things. So I guess I could probably get the, if I really wanted them, I could get the other ones. There's the X-Wing. I wish is that all there is just the X-Wing, or? I'd only buy it if I had the whole thing, but I don't think I have a desire. Here's an eBay special edition complete Doritos Cheetos lenticular cards. I didn't know they called lenticular. $9.50 you could get the whole set. These are not worth anything. Kind of is, but eBay has live sales and auctions now. Oh wow, auctions. Etsy Outfitters. Hi Ghost, thanks for clocking in. How you doing? Oh man, you're late too? We've gotten 3 lates this morning. That is wild. Sorry about that, buddy. Sorry, not sorry. Yeah. Huh. I can't believe that those aren't worth a little bit more. Ungraded, near mint or better. I'm kind of surprised. They must have really pumped these things out. I mean, if I had 4 of them, I'm kind of surprised I didn't get all 6 then. So looking at them now, I definitely had the shuttle. I have that one. We just saw it. I don't have that X-Wing one and that X-Wing one. I have that one and that one. Okay. I kind of expected it to be worth a little bit more, but again, they were really pumping things out. So that was back when we did cool stuff You know, 1996, 1997. I'm so old. I'm so old. Fun story, actually. Star Wars was the first movie that I saw in a theater. I'd never been to a theater before. Now, that makes me sound very old. It doesn't make me sound that old, though. I'm talking about the special edition re-release in theaters, like A New Hope. Hang on, when did that? It still makes me feel old, but not as old as, like, you know, my dad saying he saw Star Wars in the theater, you know. A New Hope special edition. Special edition. January 31st, 1997, as a part of the 20th anniversary. Is late after 30 minutes? No, it's random. It's random, Ghost. It doesn't really matter. Freaking management's just like on one right now. I don't know why we're getting so many this morning. We can go like an entire stream without getting any, and then all of a sudden everybody gets one. But you know what? I do think you're kind of late anyway, so, you know. All right. Let's go back to this. That was a fun little distraction. I got a couple other things we can look into, but yeah, I thought it was cool. I found those. I'm kind of disappointed that the other two that I know I had, I don't know where they are. And if they weren't in there, I don't know where else they'd be. I guess I could check the attic. I might have a couple of boxes of old stuff up in the attic that I could check, but I don't know. And what does it say about me that I miss the times when, like, capitalism really tried to work hard for you to buy something? Like, I kind of miss that, like, desperation of, like, okay, we're gonna include something super cool in this package of Doritos to get these people to buy it. And now it feels like they're like, you're gonna buy Doritos and you're gonna like it, and you're gonna shut up when there's like 90% air inside the package. And you're going to like it. And you're going to say, yes, please, Doritos, give me more. Yes. You know, I was about to take that to a weird place. I almost did, but I stopped myself. Almost did. Yeah, most bag is air now. That's exactly what I mean. They used to put these, and they put so many of these in Doritos bags that the entire set's worth $9 because they flooded the market with them, right? These are not rare, apparently. I thought they would be, but they're not. They're not rare. They're just like, yes, please buy Doritos. Here, you can have all 6 of them. Just please buy this bag of Doritos. It just feels like there's this like sense of entitlement now where companies are like, of course you're gonna buy my of course you are. What are you talking about? Like, I miss when they really tried to work for our money.
It's a roundhouse kick of hydration.
Oh, thank you for that, Pirate Eggs. Pirate Eggs. How you doing, buddy? So good to see you. I remember card packs with bubblegum. Yeah. There was always like some kind of way to like entice you to buy their product. And now it feels like nobody works for it. And I don't know. What does that mean? I kind of miss it. I sort of miss that. Mm-hmm. I just want companies to be so desperate again for our money that they're like, please buy this, please. What would it take to get you to buy this bag of Doritos? I don't know, a new car? Okay, we're going to give away a car. It's like, whoa, okay, all right. They just don't do it like that anymore. Today's world's all digital. You're right about that. Sorry, lots of bricks down there. Lots of bricks. This will help us get through this pretty quick. Yeah, I don't know. It just feels like companies aren't interested in like really working for the money, even though we're told we gotta really work for it. They're really not interested in that. And I think it's mostly like the maybe not hashtag not all companies, but I recently found my Apple iPod Classic, 160 gigabyte, no way. Along with the iTouch thing. Oh, that's so cool. I kind of wish they still made the iPod Touch. I wish you could get like a modern iPod Touch that had iOS like 26 on it, where you could still download apps, you'd listen to music. It just didn't have a phone. But I think like for a lot of people, they would just like not buy an iPhone then, because it's like if you're on like some kind of Wi-Fi network all day, then why would you buy an iPhone if you could do that? It doesn't have to have the fancy cameras. It would be nice to have a camera, but I don't know. I guess especially as somebody who has a kid, like I think a lot about like Zeke loves taking pictures and making videos, and I want to encourage that as much as I can, but I also want to teach like taking like digital health. I mean, I need that. So like I know he's going to need that growing up in this, but I don't also want him to be too sheltered from technology either, because he's going to grow up in a world that's even more attached to it than I am. So he needs to learn how to use these things, but also like learn healthy boundaries, you know? And so having something like that I can have like really, really good parental controls over, which Apple does have some pretty decent parental controls. To be fair, so does Android. They both do like have systems in place that you can set things, and you can pretty much lock that thing down however you want. But it would be really nice for him to have like instead of a full-blown tablet, like an MP3 player that also just allowed him to take pictures and make videos. That's kind of like all he's interested in doing right now. Persephone, hello. See, Persephone's not late. Not the kid's fault this time. The bus was 20 minutes late. Oh, but if your kids were 20 minutes late, they'd get in trouble, you know. Buy a new MP3 player. Snow Sky, Fio, Echo. I still have CDs that I can rip. That's cool. What is a So is it Snow Sky, Fio, Echo? Is that the name of the MP3 player? I'm really interested in MP3 players. I did buy Zeke an MP3 player not too long ago, and he still uses it. He hooks it up upstairs and listens to his mostly like movie soundtracks, you know, which is really cool. Yeah, there's the ranking. We still had like a 3-way tie at the top. Oh, that is cool. That is cool. I know what you're talking about now. Yeah. Hold on, let's go to the... Yeah, that is really cool looking. I dig that a lot. That is really cool. Retro UI covers and lyrics displays. Ah, look at... Yeah, that's really cool. It's $59. That's wild. Now... yeah, that is really cool. Having headphone jacks, yeah, like all the ones. So the one I got Zeke was just a, what was it? I'll look at it on my phone. It was literally like $20, and I was like, this is perfect. And I put it in, and then I can just hook it to the computer, drag and drop an MP3. Like it's so easy. So easy. Hang on. Let me take a look. Excuse me. Agpatek. Agpatek was the name of the one that I got him. Tiny little thing like this big, kind of like an iPod Nano, but with like buttons and stuff on it. Damn. But that looks really cool. If this had like a camera on it, Zeke would be happy. Oh, it's much smaller. It's much smaller than I thought it was going to be. It'll be a little bit bigger, but that's still pretty cool. I think we're seeing a time where people are more inclined to do something like this. And also the fact that there's 256 gigabytes here, but it supports up to 256 gigabytes. I was gonna say some micro SD cards are a terabyte now for not that much money. Am I saying that right? Is it AGP Tech, or I always been saying Agpatech? I was like, Zeke, go get your Agpatech. Ooh. Oh, I thought that was like, did they make a tablet? No. That is pretty cool though. I like the vibes. What kind of headphones are you gonna use with that? Yeah, I mean we've been really pleased with the MP3 player. It's super durable. I mean, he throws that thing around all the time, which I tell him don't do that, but it's super durable and it's been fine. That reminds me, I kind of really want the Soundwave Lego Transformer, especially since I found out that he has sounds. Does it have smart bricks? I low-key hope Ursa's listening and putting it on a list somewhere. When's your birthday, Mursa? When is your birthday, Mursa? You say it the same way I do because it sounds silly. Yeah, it feels good to say Akpatek. All right. My stepdad has one. He ran it over with his car and it still works fine. That's great. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, so I have like a little folder on my computer that has like all his, I should probably back that up somewhere too, just to have a backup. Just has all the stuff that he likes to listen to. Most recently, he has become obsessed with Godzilla. So we put the Godzilla theme on there, and you should see this kid running around the house pretending to be Godzilla. It's the cutest thing I've ever seen. Right near mine. Yours is, how did I know this? Did I know that yours was so close to mine? Holy cow, we should celebrate together. It's a big one for me this year, Mursa. And I don't know what I'm going to do. And I don't know. I'm feeling like, I don't know. I kind of don't want to do anything for it. And then I would love to I'd love to do it up big. But the problem is me doing it up big would be like, I don't know. Like I'm not that wild. But it's a big one. It's a milestone birthday for me this year, you know? You like Godzilla too? Everybody loves Godzilla. It's got such a big fan base. It's definitely creating some like core memories for me, probably for him too, but for me, of just thinking about him walking through the house. Just, he does like the charge up sound and he does it so well. It's just, sorry, I'm trying not to be gone from the camera too long, but I really want to get those. Do you show the Lego brick heads of Godzilla? That was from Rebrickable. I don't know if you showed me that. Did you put it in the Discord? If you haven't, throw it in the Lego Discord and we'll see. You left your breakfast in the microwave. Is it cold now? I can't tell you how many times I've made a coffee and just left it there. Okay. And also let's watch something now too. I have a couple of things I wanted to go through today. Let's Let's see. This is only a 5-minute one. I thought this one might be kind of cool to go through. The how to add a display to your Lego Game Boy. Not that I'm going to, but I just think it's such an interesting concept that I think it'll be fun to watch that while we do a little more sorting here. Yell for the God Spawn to bring it to you. Is the God Spawn already there? I knew it was you as he read it. Like, oh, that's Ursa. Yep. This is the most Midwest emo song I've ever heard. This is a playlist called Midwest Emo. And this is like such a Midwest emo song. Holy cow. A sitcom without you is just a drama by Midwest Goodbye. I don't think I've ever heard anything more emo, more Midwest emo specifically than that. And this is a genre I've only just kind of discovered over the last like couple of years. Spooky Deer really turned me on to it. Like I knew some of the artists, but I didn't know that there was a genre for that emo style. And I was like, oh yeah, like that's the stuff I used to listen to as a kid, you know? Tell them to play an actual game. They're deep into Genshin with Genshin. Play an actual game. I played a little Genshin Impact. It wasn't horrible gameplay wise. Gameplay wise was actually really fun. But it was way too anime for me. I'm sorry. It was just too I felt weird as a man in his playing Genshin Impact. It just felt weird. I didn't like it. Made me feel oogie. I just like there's some things that just aren't for me as a white man. There are just some things that are just not for me. Hey, look, another Mega Block. Trash. Or rather, Merce's box. I'm actually going to pack that up here pretty soon. I might even try to get it out this weekend. Because I'm really getting I'm getting obsessed about cleaning this closet out so that I have access to these pieces. So I need to do that. What did we play last night? I watched them play, what is the name of that new Minecraft clone? And while they did that, I played some Outer Worlds 2. Because I've been getting into that game. It's actually pretty good. I've been pretty impressed with it. Hytale, that's the one. I already forgot. Well, I forgot what the name of the one you played was, so Turnabout's fair play. Yeah, Hytale, yeah. It's like a Minecraft clone. Well, I don't even know if a clone. Minecraft inspired. Yeah. I confused Fortnite with Genshin for a minute. Don't you know? Yeah. Mersa get the belt? Holy what? Ghost, no. No. Too real, man. Yes, I will take a look. Thank you. Thank you, Torlin. They're 14. I can't tell them. Yeah. No, this isn't white enough. It isn't about being white. It's about being an adult man. Two ADHDers have a conversation, but do they? Yeah. The hype pixel creators are the devs. Oh, is that hype pixel? Is that a mod? Was that a mod? Like a mod pack for Minecraft? Because that's really cool that then they just went and like made their own, you know? These babied alpha Jenners need the traumas of my generation to become real people. Are you a Gen Xer, Mersa? I don't guess I know how old Mersa is. You don't have to tell me because we don't ask that question here. But you could DM it to me. A mod pack server. Okay, gotcha. Iron, hello. Thanks for clocking in. How the heck are you? Let's go ahead and bring this up here. So now I have this view. Over the weekend as well, I have an idea for the reaction setup that I'm gonna work on this afternoon. That should make this a little easier on me because I didn't realize how hard this was gonna be to get everything set up exactly right every single morning. And I've been late to stream almost every morning, but I have an idea. and I'll try it and get back to you. You know all the lore because everyone is playing it, huh? Wow. Everybody. Lady Iron. You hear lore and then you immediately forget. That was sarcasm. I figured. Yeah. I guess my kid's alpha, right? My kid's such an alpha. He gets it from his father. Yeah. I got a Big O birthday coming too, but it's not the same as yours, so it's the next one from mine. We got to do something, man. What are we going to do with our lives? Maybe we should finally figure out what we're going to do with our lives. Yeah, if you figure it out, let me know. I should get some wisdom from you, you know? All right, let's go ahead and play this. This is how to add a display to your Lego Game Boy if anybody's interested. I don't know if I'll do this myself, but I am very interested just to see like how it should. I also like the name of this channel. There ought to be, because that is such a great name, because you're always thinking like, you know what? They ought to put a screen in this. There ought to be a Lego Game Boy that's actually playable, and somebody's like, I got you, you know? Good gravy, now you're that young. Wait, which Big O birthday? Okay, let's say it at the same time. I'm that young? What do you mean? This is a big one. Okay, listen, we try not to talk too much about age here, right? That is mostly the spirit of that law, is mostly to make sure that kids aren't going around telling people how old they are. Also, I don't want to ban somebody if I learn how old you are. Class of 2011. You're a little bit younger than me, Ghost. I think I'm older than most people would think. Maybe not lately. I think I'm wearing my age a lot more lately, but I'm not in charge anymore. Talk about age all you want. No. I mean, that's a rule we came up with together, and I think the spirit of that rule is good. The spirit of that rule is to help make sure that, like, you know, not that we would have any weirdos here, but that nobody's like being weird asking people's age, you know. But mine coming up is this one. That one. Is that yours coming up, or is yours the other one? I assumed. I had this thing about me. I always assume everybody. I assume everybody is older than me, you know? Is that high school or college? Let me write that down. I'm going to play this, I swear, but I'm too into chat right now. You're a month older than me? Wait, than me? Are we talking about Ghost? Or are you talking about Ghost? You're probably talking about Ghost. Now you're anxious. It's okay. It's all right. It's all right. Half a century. Okay. All right. Yeah. So yours is that one. Okay. That makes sense. I don't know why I said that makes sense. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. You youngins. I hang out with a bunch of youngins, you know? Okay. So like, yeah, I guess that would put you in Gen X, right? Yeah. If it's high school, I'm a year older than Ghost, and that's just that's disgusting. Straight up effed up. I'm as old as you're as old as A New Hope. Are you really? Is that what you mean? The re-release in theaters or the? Okay, we don't have to talk about people's ages. We don't have to do that. But close to Lutz is being generous. Oh, sweet summer child. Okay. All right, let me play this thing. And then we'll keep sorting here. Nice. Okay. You were born May of 77. You are Star Wars. I don't believe. Wait, is that a joke or? All right, let's play this. Let's play this.
Moinsen, this is Sebastian, and I will show you how to put an actual display into the official Game Boy Lego
I know if
model.
that's too loud. She's serious? Oh. I would never guess that. For what it's worth, never. That's why she forgets. Sorry, that was really funny. See, this channel branding is so cool to me. So then like the titles are, there ought to be a Lego Game Boy. Like that's, I don't know why. That is, I love clever channels like that, where it works into the content, you know?
Okay, first of all,
so
sorry
cool.
that this is the third Game Boy related video in a row. This is not supposed to be a Game Boy channel, but my Game Boy photo booth was tied to my cousin's wedding day. And this video here is tied to Lego's release of the official Game Boy set, and I could not ignore this
I'll be down here.
As you all know, I love the Game Boy and I love Lego. I have given all my old Lego sets to my two sons, and of course they have gotten a lot of new sets too, but I'm not someone who is buying many of the fan sets targeting adults. In fact, I only bought the Lego DeLorean, which is on display in my office with motion triggered lights. But now, when Lego announced model 72046, I just had to pre-order it. So, here it is now. Let's have a look inside.
Funky. Can I just say, I think that's a really healthy way to engage with the hobby for somebody who I liked Lego growing up. I kept all mine and I gave it to my kids, and now they really like it, but I don't really collect it, except for this one little niche set that they're going to come out with. I think that's really cool. That somebody's open to that, you know. I think there's probably an adult Lego set out there for everybody. If you're a fan of an IP, I really want to get. Okay, guys, I don't know if Lutz Magoots is listening to this, so nobody send this to him, okay? I think some of us should get together for Lutz Magoots' birthday and get him a Stranger Things Lego set, because I think that'd be a great way to get him into that. There's some gunk in this one. You know what I mean? Yeah. You thought I left? No, I'm here. I'm just pulling bricks down while we're doing this. I gave my Game Boy to my grandma. She enjoyed playing Tetris on it. That's so cool. Yeah. That's cool. Just a guy who loves Lego and is Dexter Killer. Oh, man. Yeah, I would never guess that either. What kind of grown-up is that kind of mess? No. Glue cry. Glue leave. No, I totally would have thought you were a lot younger than that. And this is even after seeing pictures of you. I'm like, oh, holy cow. Oh, I was like, wow. I mean, I was like, oh. Whatever the appropriate reaction to that is what I did. I'm like, you aren't even watching. I'm here. I promise I'm not going to do the whole react to a video as I leave for 20, 30 minutes. I am definitely here. And there will be a lot of pausing. I know that can be irritating and frustrating sometimes, but if you would like to experience this video without any pauses or interruptions or commentary, go to There Oughta Be channel here on YouTube. I think I'll check out some of the other stuff they're doing too, because I like channels like this. I do watch a lot of hacking and building channels, even though I don't do any of that myself, because I just find it fascinating, you know. Late Gen X, I played with lawn darts. I drank from the hose, scared by bicycle pedals, played in the woods all day. You know what's funny, Mersa, is I feel like that's probably more of a regional thing than anything else, because I'm a millennial and I grew up that way as well. So it's I don't feel like my brother, my oldest brother is definitely Gen X. Definitely. And I don't feel like he and I had a very different childhood. Even though he's older than me, I feel like we had a very similar childhood. Anything he can claim about, running in the woods all day, drinking from the fire hose. I don't know what this gunk is in here, so I'm trying to scrape it off with something else. All that stuff, I can claim that as well. I think it just kind of comes down to like region, like did you have the ability to access? It might even come down to like, you know, monetary, what would you call it? Monetary privilege, like different privileges also were like that, you know? I don't know. So I just don't think that's a Gen X exclusive thing, you know? Yeah. Scarred by bicycle pedals, not scared, sorry. You're leaving the TV on to keep the kids occupied, kinda. Keep myself occupied too. But the set was discontinued. I thought you saw something about the Paperboy. I nearly lost my poop. That game was the worst and tortured me. That's a fun game. I've never played it, but I've seen it. Yeah. Did that too. It transferred to millennials. Yeah. Yeah. So what's the difference? Is Zennial just kind of somebody who's on the cusp there between millennial and Gen X? I don't know what Zennials are supposed to be like. It's all anxiety and coffee-fueled rage now. And perimenopause. Yeah. I do like his voice too. We'll unpause it here in a minute. I'm an Estonian indoor child, and I did similar things, right? From a fire hose? No, we didn't drink from a fire hose. Did I say fire hose? Wait, WTF? Did I say drink from a fire hose? Did I say that for real? Did I say drink from the fire hose? Why did I say that? Wait, are you guys gaslighting me, or did I really? Holy cow, my brain is broken. Okay, yes, I drank from the fire hose. What's wrong with that? Oh, you guys never drank from a fire hose? Okay, sure. Good morning, Kelt. How you doing? Thanks for clocking in. I can't believe I said that. I believe I said that, but I have no recollection that I said that. Is that like, should I be concerned? I did it with my whole chest. All right, anyway. Let's how to put a
Now,
I like his
here's
music.
the slightly schizophrenic part of this video. I mean, this video
I might
is
have to
about
clean this
putting
one
a
later.
display into this model. And I have to say, I absolutely love these swappable lenticular prints. They actually
Lenticular.
look closer
Hey,
to
we
the
just learned
original
that.
than a modern display would, and the way they can be swapped is quite clever. But the problem for me is that I want to put it on display next to my
Oh,
wooden
look at the wooden Game Boy. That's so cool. That's really cool. Look at the difference here between the two. I do kind of wish they had matched this sort of off-white color. They went a little more gray than the actual Game Boy is like this off-white, kind of almost beigey. But that wooden Game Boy is so cool. That is so cool. I like that a lot. I'm not going to brush all of these, just the ones that look like they need it. So Zennial started life in an analog world and now live in a digital one. I did that too. Maybe I'm more of a Zennial than a millennial. I don't know. I mean, they're all made up at the end of the day, right? They're just ways of categorizing people. They're just ways. So it's just a way of like, you know, dehumanizing somebody and putting them in a category and having a nice word that you can say about them to make them feel bad about themselves. There's another word for that. What is it? I don't remember. I too drank from the fire hose. Well, I mean, in a way, because I had unfettered internet access as a child. Once it finally came to our house, that I did. You know what? I meant to say that I did drink from the fire hose that was the internet. You know, early internet. You know, I'm so fortunate that I ended up. I think Lego saved me. I think Lego saved my life, guys, because if I had not been so obsessed with Lego and Star Wars, I would not have found my Lego Star Wars community. It was called From Bricks to Boffins. I believe it still exists. Hang on. FBTB. FBTB.net, From Bricks to Boffins. I think is just now a... Wait, what is this? I think is now just like a Lego... Wait, is this the right one? Hang on, let me search actually like From Bricks to Boffins. That is it. from Bricks to Bothans. So now it's just like a Lego spam site. What is this? Ace, Ace has been there. Ace would probably remember me. Ace has been there since, I think he might be one of the founding members. What is this spam thing? By Ace Kim, yeah. Huh. They've definitely gotten away from just Star Wars. It used to be exclusively Lego Star Wars. And now it just seems to be like, it doesn't look like it's happening too much. Like there's too much going on here. They had a forum, they had a chat. But now I don't know what this, is it just a Flickr site? It's a WordPress site now. Anyway, wow, how the mighty have fallen. But yeah, I got very lucky. I got very lucky that I fell into this hobby and found decent people, you know, as far as I know, decent people online. And I got a good sense for like, you know, who to avoid and who to look out for. And now I don't know. Now I don't know what to do. Now I'm trying to think of like, how do I keep my kid from being red pilled by some nerd who he friends from school or church or something. And it's like, how do I navigate that? That's a whole different question. Hello, Coro Unhinged. How are you? Good morning. Welcome. Love you, Marissa. Have a great day. Thanks for the asthma-inducing laugh. I could just hear him now. Got to go to the snowy bus stop. Be careful. Be careful. He loves you more because... Okay, I'm going to censor myself. I'll DM you. Wow. Showing my age, but I miss Muds. Do I know what that is? Do I want to know what that is? All right, let's continue with this.
Game Boy, which has a modern backlit display. So the original Lego lenticular display looks, well, a bit too inconspicuous. For this setting, the Lego Game Boy needs a proper display. Luckily, I had some time to prepare with Lego's product pictures, and it was very clear that the display in the Game Boy is a 6x6 window, and I could borrow one from my son's Lego stash. Then I searched for a display that is easy to use and fits this window as closely as possible, and I ended up with a 2-inch LCD display module by SceneGrade. I have never heard of SceneGrade, and I'm not sure if identical modules are sold under different brand names. If you want to reproduce what I did here, you should check that your display with its PCB has the same dimensions and that it uses an ST7789V SPI controller. Check my blog at There Ought to Be for details and links to the exact parts I ordered. Of course, the display does not fit perfectly. There is a bit of a gap at the sides, and also modern LCDs are much darker than the original Game Boy's dot matrix display. The latter cannot be helped and is the same for any modded Game Boy and also for my wooden Game Boy. But to at least fit the display nicely into the Lego window, I created a simple 3D printed adapter, which I will also share on my blog at There Ought to Be. Of course, if you do not have a 3D printer, you could cut something similar from black cardboard. Next, we will need a way to drive the display. At this point you get a lot of options, because this is a simple SPI driven display and you could use almost any microcontroller or Raspberry Pi in combination with many open source projects. Larger boards will require you to keep the microcontroller on the outside, so instead,
that's Raspberry Pis, right?
RP23550 and try to keep the setup compact.
Oh, that's tiny. That's tiny. Oh, he's playing some Tetris music here. I love the Tetris music. Let's see. Text-based MMOs. Okay, yeah. Well, I didn't do an MMO, but I did play text-based adventure games. Excuse me. Text-based adventure games, like on our old IBM green screen computer. You know, like, oh, you're standing in front of an X or Y. What do you want to do? And you say, go left. There's a wall there. Go right. You know, like stuff like that. I was never very good at them, but yeah, text-based MMO though, multi-user dungeon. I don't know if I ever played any of those. Old school MMO, press up, left, right. Okay. They ran on Telnet. Okay, yeah, I don't know if we ever did like the very early internet of like of those kind of connections. Like we were online with like, I guess probably like when AOL came on the scene. That's probably when, you know, when we got our first Windows 3.1 to Windows 95 machine. We were on 3.1 for quite a while. So yeah, maybe a little more millennial, a little less Gen X on that, you know. So I don't think I ever played any MUDs. I spent so many hours at my boyfriend's apartment playing MUDs, then the roomie got me into Daggerfall, and it's a miracle I graduated with a full portfolio. I know there's a lot of people who have a similar story, discovering World of Warcraft in school, and almost not graduating or not graduating at all, you know? We got to be careful. We do have to be careful with this stuff because, especially if you've never experienced it before, it can be very addicting, and it can be very tempting to just, like, you know, give up on aspirations of life. Like, I love video games, but there is the hidden danger of video games, you know. I'm getting full on the 2x4s here. Way too full. Mercer's best man was into WoW and nearly lost his soul. Oh no. What happened? Tell me more. You took an additional semester of college due to WoW. I think that's a pretty common story there, unfortunately. I never could get into WoW. It didn't wow me. Yeah. As an adult, he just dumped that obsession into D&D and Lego. I wouldn't know what that's like. Oh, come on. That was hilarious. It was hilarious. Just put W's on all the classes. It was like, not this half, Satan. Not today, Satan. Unsub for that? Come on. It was really good. I thought it was really good. I need Cricket on command because I can't find it. I don't know how to make it. I don't know how to make that like higher up in the priority for you. They should have like a section for you to do like your most used redeems. Because I do think sometimes people might forget what kind of redeems we had down there. Do we still have... Oh, did I get rid of the Star Wars conversation one? I need to add that back because I have the chat pack thing right over here, and that might be kind of fun to add back. I think I took it off for Santanon. I might have forgot to put it back. Yeah, but there's so many that they're all the fun ones are at the bottom, and people don't see them. You know. I would have allowed it if you said Genshin didn't impact me. That's pretty funny too. There you go. There you go. Genshin just didn't impact me. All right. Let's go back to this real quick. Oh, here, let me go on to the big screen. The big screen. Doing a quick pause just in case there's I don't know if that's copyrighted, but I do love it. The Tetris music just hits so good. Like, there's just something about it. Okay, so he's taken apart. This is how the inside works. Oh, it's all built into the screen. That's so easy. Is he gonna actually hook up the controls though? Okay. Then the game still goes over the top. That's great. It's like they made it for that. Hi, Coleman.
To get Game Boy games onto the screen, I am running
Oh,
one
so
of
it's
many
not
RP2040
playable.
Game Boy emulators on it. To be precise, there's a Peanut GB based emulator.
Oh, so it's just to put the display. He didn't put the buttons in, which, you know, fair enough. Excuse me. It'd be cool if the
From
buttons
Delta
worked.
Beard, which has been forked by
Hi, Coleman.
Tech, and I'm using a fork of this one by Tobigan, which adds support for various displays. I will share how to get it going on the RP2350 on my blog as well, and let's make another fork with some modifications for this project. Why not? God,
Why not?
I love open source. So that's all there is from my side. If you want to make a fully functional LEGO Game Boy, well, the emulator supports inputs and sound, and it should not be too hard to run the electronics on a battery. Getting the buttons to work in a reliable way will be very tricky, but
Yeah.
I think it might be possible with well-designed contacts. But for me,
You might have to
it is
redesign it a
just
little
to
bit.
keep it on a shelf. If you want to add a
Yeah.
display to your LEGO Game Boy 2, check out my blog at There Ought to Be for all the
It's really
details. And with
Yeah, so you might have to like you probably have to modify it quite a bit in order to do that. But yeah, you can do the buttons, but the video for that was annoying. So I linked this instead. Okay. That's yeah, I'm sure that you could do it. You probably have to modify it a little bit more than probably what he was, because it looked like he was just interested in that as a display thing. I keep running the washer and forgetting about it. Should just burn the clothes at this rate. I've been there, man. Been there. How many times have you rewashed it?
that, I'm out. Ciao.
There ought to be. Thank you so much for that video. Let me check out the channel real quick. And if you guys are interested, please be sure to go watch all of their stuff. I do like channels like this, even though I'm not like inclined to do things like this. I do love like the maker channels. Uh-oh. Okay. For some reason, the browser's just frozen, but I don't know why. Hello, Opera GX? Hello? I think it just crashed on me. There we go. Let me close some of my tabs here. Maybe I just got too much going on. There we go. Okay. I think we're good now. Game Boy photo booth. Create a Game Boy slideshow ROM. That's pretty cool. Streaming GTA 5 to a Game Boy Wi-Fi cartridge? No way. No way. That's real. That's funny. So like, I love stuff like that. That's just like, wait, why are you doing this? A GTA 6 trailer on a Game Boy Color. It's like, there's no, you know, it's just, it's cool. Lots of Game Boy stuff. There's the wooden Game Boy. The wooden Game Boy. CNC'd walnut wood. Wow. Game Boy capture cartridge. This is like mostly, well, there's some smart doorbell. Lot of like Raspberry Pi stuff and PCB stuff. LED cube to show my CPU stats. That's cool. That looks so cool. But yeah, this is very cool. Very cool. Very cool, guys. So go check out that channel. Thank you so much for that. Let's do a little here. You can have a little applause. We'll hit you with a like. All right. Actually, I should give it an actual like here. I'm gonna like it. I liked it. That was really cool. Let's see. Like 3 times. Is it 3 times now? Holy cow. We turn the music back on. There we go. So we're not alone with our thoughts. I don't think they'll burn if they're still soaked. Yeah, so what you should do is put them through the wash again just to get all the stuff out of it. Then put it through a dryer cycle. Then take it out and then burn it. Because Coleman's right. That's how science works, you know. I lived out here taking care of some rats that did $3,600 in damage to a car's engine electricals, a charger. The rats? Man, the stories that you would have. You could do like a TV show about pest control. The stories you have. Don't bring that kind of voodoo to our house. In fact, can you just spray the interior of our car with something to keep them away, please? Instructions unclear. Throwing out the washer. I'll take it if you're getting rid of it. As long as it still works. You can just send it to me, please. Actually, want to find a game dev to make a game about his job? That sounds interesting. Okay. Tell me more. I'm full of 2x4s. I'm all bricked up with 2x4s. Mercer Road doing the dirty jobs. I do think that, like, you know, it makes me think about like what I'm going to encourage my kid to do when he gets a little bit older. Obviously, he's going to have his own life to do with what he wants, but learning a trade is probably the best thing he can do, depending on where the economy is when he's older. The economy, you know. What happened to Mike Rowe? I don't know. Are you being sarcastic? Is it? Did he do something too? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. You have some game dev friends. You need to hook up. You need to hook up Ursa Mersa with some game dev friends. He can be a consultant. You know, this is very slow going. This is going to take a while to sort through, but I love that we're doing this. Like, I hope people don't get too bored of the sorting. That's why I'm trying to keep it a little, like, entertaining by doing some other stuff along with it. But this is really gonna help my organization. It's gonna help so much because I just have not had the time and the desire to, like, sort through all this. And now it's like it's back. The desire's back. I'm using the time that I have to do it. It's going to be really cool once it's done, but we might be doing this for a while. I think he's on the red side of the line, but maybe recent events have changed his mind. Interesting. Okay. Maybe. You know, a bunch of them. The company of one just got their work for several years taken over. Ugh. He went full MAGA, then shut up fast when the factory started closing due to tariffs. Womp, womp, womp. Womp, womp, womp. Did he actually have a come to Jesus moment or just stop being in the public eye? Yeah, so many people just kind of like, what I think is probably going to happen more is like when this era is over, because it will be over. Everything has an end, right? I think the people who enabled him will do the whole hands in the pocket, whistle while they walk away kind of thing. Like, yeah, that guy was bad, huh? And it's like, I'm sorry, you voted for him. It's like, well, yeah, but I didn't think he's going to do that. Like, I think everyone will eventually turn on him. It'll just be too late is my problem. It'll be far too late, and he'll have done the damage that he did, and he'll have done his entire term. And then people will be like, yeah, I never liked that guy. And I'm like, I'm sorry. Did you just spend the last 10 years gaslighting me every day that, you know, he's not that bad? And now you want to try to like whistle as if nothing happened. You know, nothing bad happened here. Just, you know, yeah, guys, we all hated him. That's what's going to happen for sure. And that too. Yeah. I mean, I do think there'll be some people who will take the fall, but I think most people will be like, we were never like that. I was like, okay, sure. Then we'll just get gaslit again, you know? Yeah. Hello, Loots Magoots. Good morning. Glad to see you. Thanks for clocking in. And Moto, thank you for clocking in as well. So good to see you. Dragging my corpse along today for some reason. Took me a while to get up this morning too. Something in the air. Typical playbook, something blows up in their face, disappear, come back when things turn around. True. Billy the Exterminator was a show, fairly successful. Full disclosure, it was actually a pest control reality TV show that got me into this line of work, but it wasn't Billy. Did it really? Tell me more. That's so interesting. I'll tell you, whenever I have like our pest control guys come here, because we get like gross little not rodents, but little bugs that just based on where we live, lots of trees and stuff over here. And so we get treated like once a quarter, maybe, sometimes not even that. And every time they come in, they're such nice people. Like they really are like people. And they like to chat. They come into the office and they're like, oh man, tell me about this. Like, this is amazing, you know, and that makes you feel good too, you know. Billy was amazing. I think Billy got to start with Mike Rowe. Really? Remember, Billy didn't have his own show. Okay, so was he on Dirty Jobs? And then people were like, this guy's pretty cool. Let's give him his own pest control show. That could be the new meta. Are we gonna start watching we're gonna start watching Billy the Exterminator videos? Billy was wild crazy. The Steve Irwin of pest control. Okay. Interesting. All right. It was Fear Factor, wasn't it? The bug one, and you're just screaming at the screen, use the gas. That's the one that inspired you to be a... He's like, I'm never doing this. I'm killing every bug in the whole world. I love the idea that he was so traumatized by Fear Factor that he like made it his life's mission. Mercer got inspired by the lice episode of The Office and the bat one. The bat one's so funny. So that's interesting. They started with Mike Rowe. I don't remember what got me in my field other than the superintendent telling me if I hack servers one more time, I'll be suspended. So I shifted that energy elsewhere. Nice. I always thought that I could do the cow blood. Maybe not diving into it because I'm not a diver, but like the cow blood wouldn't really freak you out too much. I don't think I'd do anything Fear Factor. I don't think. It was a real bat in that for some scenes, and they had to do dialogue and screaming in silence, which you can notice if you watch carefully. The audio is slightly off. Oh, so they didn't scare the bat. Yeah. Interesting. I didn't know that. Office lore. Yeah. Ghost, like, I don't know. I don't know what kind of got into my line of work by just... I'm not saying I didn't work hard. I did. But I didn't exactly pursue what I'm doing with any amount of passion. And I wish there was something that I could pursue with a passion that could pay my bills. You know, my job literally right now to me is just, this is what pays the bills. It pays me really well. I have a certain security in it, at least currently, which is hard to come by. I have my work from home, which is just stellar. Which will probably end up with at least like one day in the office at some point, which I can deal with. I can deal with that. But yeah, but I didn't get into this line of work because I was like passionate about distribution and analytics and like spreadsheets. Even though I'm good at it, like I think I'm good at it, but I am not like, I didn't pursue this line of work for that. I'm all in it for the money. Passion is fleeting. I still have a love for what I do, but it isn't what always gets me up in the morning. True. And I mean, you know, being able to pay bills and provide for your family is why we do what we do at the end of the day. Capitalism, sure. If you guys want to change that, I'm down, but like I have to survive in the system that I have, you know. And yeah, lots of privilege to get where I was, obviously, you know. But nobody buys my feet pics. You have some? It's fully okay with doing stuff for money right now. Absolutely, yeah. And that is what I do. But then sometimes I see some people who are higher up than me, and it's just like they live, breathe, and sleep this job, and I'm just like, I literally logged on this morning because I had to do some stuff for the holiday coming up. Like we're moving some orders to today for Monday's holiday, and so I had to do just a little 5-minute thing. And I saw somebody had emailed us at 9:00 last night. And I'm like, you have got to be kidding me. Like, you guys have got to stop. Like, that is ridiculous, you know? You're hurting yourself and you're hurting everybody else because if you're setting a weird standard, you know? I think if you're a people leader, you have your mission should be to set the standard for everybody else, right? You should not, even if you have to work late, you should do it in incognito. If you have to send emails, you should schedule them to be sent during work hours. You should make every appearance of having a good work-life balance, because if you don't, your people aren't either, and they're going to burn out and they're going to leave. And then you'll be like, why can't I keep people? And it's like, because you set this impossible standard that even though you say, you know, that you don't want people to do that, they're learning from you, you know? I'm too tired to set up for that. I just looked up and turned the floor lamp on exactly into my face. Ow. You're too tired to set up for feet pics? I'm learning now, unfortunately, that I can do less and still get paid a check, right? There's a limited return on excelling in your position other than moving to another company. Absolutely. Yeah. There's probably like one more move up that I will take with this company. I don't want to be a director. I want to be my own individual contributor. I don't want to be a people leader like a manager. I'll do like a small team if I have to. But I mean, like I've told my senior director VP, I've told my VP this, is like, I just don't have those aspirations. I just want to like do cool stuff and like feel like I'm contributing and feel like I'm trying to think of the word I'm looking for here. Feel like I'm both needed, but also not like the guy who's on speed dial, you know? Like, I want you to know I'm there for you between the hours of 8 and 5 p.m. And outside of that, no. And actually, I would like to make that 8 to 4 p.m. Thank you so much. Maybe one of these days. But yeah, I want more money. Obviously, I want more money, but I just don't have the desire. But there's like one more job grade above mine that I could eventually see myself getting into, and I think I'd be pretty okay at that level. But that's probably my ceiling, and that's probably as much as I'll ever earn. And will I ever retire? No, probably not. What is retirement for a millennial? I don't even know. The more you move up, the less you do, and the more you get paid. Sometimes. I don't know. I think at a certain level, you're right. I think in my company, at least, it's going to be different for each company. But like manager levels, like if you're just managing people who are like, I don't know, taking phone calls or something, maybe that's not too bad. But like, I think when you get into director and senior director, and then maybe some of the VP roles, they're doing a lot of work. They are doing a lot, and there's a lot of pressure. Above that, though, that's where the real gravy is. That's where I think they're just joining calls and giving their opinions on, well, we should do this, and you guys should execute on that. But for us, our directors, senior directors, and VPs are the ones who get that kind of feedback from up the chain. You know, senior vice presidents, CEOs, stuff like that. So each job is a little bit different with their titles, but yeah. Yeah. Your sidekick is named Robin. Nice. So you're Batman is what you're saying, you know? Oh, you're too tired to really do anything or too much pain. I feel you. If only. Let's see. What did Moto say? When my boss tells me she's worked 60 hours a week, that makes me not want to be here. Exactly. If my boss is like, hey, you should replace me one day. Oh, by the way, I wake up at 5 a.m. and log on to do about 3 hours of work before anyone else comes on. And then I'm usually on at like 6 or 7 o'clock. And I'm like, okay, dude, like, first off, you're killing us. You're making this impossible for anyone to replace you, you know? Like, and I don't think my boss technically does that now. He's pretty chill. But like, you know, I've known people who have. And it's like, I don't want that, man. I don't want that kind of pressure. I prefer director for the pay rate. I want VP so I just make decisions and be hands off. Yeah. Temig is a director. Wow. And he has 1,000 meetings every day. Yeah. Director, I find more half IC, half decisions. I think it, again, it's just gonna be different for the companies because I think our directors are probably overworked. Like there's a lot of pressure on our directors. It helps that I really like our director. Like I like the people I work with. That's the thing. They're very smart. I was just telling somebody the other day, this is the first time I've been in a job where I'm not looking at the people above me and like questioning how they got their job. It's like there is a ton of smart people on this side of the business that I'm on. And that's actually intimidating, to be honest with you. And it has kind of led me to be a little more like, I haven't felt like I caught on as quickly as I normally would, or like I caught on, but I haven't really like shown, what's the word I'm looking for? I haven't really stood out, I think, to like upper management because the bar is much higher now. The bar was like on the ground before. Like here's where the bar was. And now it's, you know, it's higher, so it's intimidating, you know. The 2026 goal is to wake up early, answer emails via schedule send, plan the day. I think I'd be less reactionary fires then. That sounds good. That sounds like, are you doing that right now? It's 2026. Is that what you're doing right this second? And how early is early for you? I'd love to know that. Well, yeah, like I totally understand people using parts of their day that like they can get extra work done. But I think you just need to like keep in mind that people are watching you and you set the tone for the whole group. If you're a people leader, like they're looking at you. And if they want a job like yours one day, they're going to start emulating what you're doing because they think that's what it takes to get where you are. And maybe it is. And that's why I'll never be there. I'll never do it, you know? Minimizing responsibilities at the moment. Amen. Preach. I'm just trying to... I really would love to make more money. I think I've kind of hit my ceiling, man. Like, for like what I want versus what is available to me. I would move companies given the right roles, and I would definitely move states, but things are, it's hard to leave this company. I'll say that. The thing what would get me to leave this company is Spooky Deer becoming a multimillionaire and hiring me as part of his staff. Editing. Could you imagine how quickly I could get videos done if I could spend 8 hours a day editing? Just imagine what I would do. You have no idea how high I would fly. Is that what Michael Scott says? You have no idea how high I can fly. The neurologist my GP consulted told her I should have a migraine diary. GP did not convey that. So write it down every time, like maybe what you think the triggers are and how long it lasted and pain scale. That might be a good idea. Maybe just start one on your phone or something so it's easy. I want to be hired to just judge art and ads. That sounds cool too. Yeah. Yeah, Spooky, imagine. If he ever gets to the point where he can hire me, that's the role. That's the role right there. I'm not trying to like limit myself, but like, and you know, it's a long shot. I'm not exactly putting my eggs in that basket, not because I don't believe in him, but just because it's very cutthroat business, you know. But yeah, I really do want to make more money, but at what cost?
Guys, I was supposed to go to work today.
I gotta go. I do have to go. Holy cow. It's that time already. Guys, I am having so much fun with you all. I don't know. Are you guys having fun? I almost said I don't care if you're having fun. That's not how I mean it. I just mean, I don't know. I've felt so good about things lately, about here on the stream that I really feel like this was a change I needed to make. And I doubted myself for a while. I was like, I'm not entertaining enough to carry this thing. I'm not interesting enough. You know, all of that stuff. You get it. All of that kind of stuff. All the self-doubt stuff that we tell each other all the time. Sorry. Let me mute Loots Magoots here. But I don't know. I think we're hitting on something special here. I am very excited to be building with you guys eventually, but it might take us a while to get there. And I hope that you're down for that journey, because we've been doing the sorting now for a couple of days and I barely made a dent. Do you like the fireplace? I love this. Like this vibe of having like the fire going behind me is so nice. I'm going to be very sad in the summer when I can't have that vibe because it's 90 degrees at 6 a.m., you know? But here in the winter, this is like my jam. I love this. I love this. Why is it not hitching your stream today? I'm not using Chrome. Chrome was, so this is another Opera browser tab over there. Chrome was doing it. It was Chrome that was doing it to us. So, yeah. If I don't use that, then it's good. Someone pay this man for his feet pics so he can quit his job. Not in his toe beans? Oh my gosh, what are you doing?
Woo.
Are here to tickle your stream. Woo, it's Dash Vecnaminis. 62 months? Holy cow. Vecnaminis, thank you so much for that. We're just about to head out for Loots Magoots, but thank you so much for stopping by. I want to redeem to make the fire Vader. That's that's a great idea. I definitely have that bookmark still. I know you're about to leave, but I caught you. You did. You caught me. You caught me. You got me. Thank you so much for that. It's so good to see you always. Yeah, let me get this raid message started here. That caught you. Time for a tickle. Oh, you know he would. You know he would. He would indeed. All right, let me set up the raid here. All right, guys. Well, this is it. This is it for the week. We are done. It is Friday, so that means I won't see you guys again till Monday. I'll be around. Shoot me a message if you're on the Discord. I'm going to try to get a lot of editing done this weekend, but you know, we'll be participating in the Discord. If you guys have anything that you want to see on stream next week, let me know. Next week, I think we'll be doing, I think we'll look at smart bricks next week because I've really been interested in that. So I think that'll be kind of the theme of next week is like the smart brick research, you know? Yeah, and who knows, maybe I'll get a lot of work done on the Spooky Deer video this weekend and I can have some more time for gaming after that. Have a great weekend. You're going to hang out in VC if you are, but working. You're going to work and we're going to have a co-work VC hangout. Maybe. I have a lot of calls today, so I don't know if today would work, but if people are in there, I'll see if I can drop by. Also, hi, everybody. Hi, bye. Okay, guys. I don't have anything else to say. Have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you here on Monday. Same time, same place, same non. See you then.